So the micro decisions thing, really important thing to consider, that oftentimes when we look at different tasks that are ahead of us or goals that we have, we look at the entirety of it and we say, "Ooh, that feels really scary," or like that feels really difficult. So when a person's at a crossroads of having to make one decision versus another decision, if you put it into a black and white term, the next thing that you got to do after you say, well, that's the long-term thing I want, is to say, well, what are the mini steps that lead up to that? What are the mini behavioral steps that literally lead to me getting this thing done? And we never focus on that. We take those things for granted. But directing your focus towards those things is super, super, super important, because then you say, well, so if I want to take a shower and that feels really difficult to do, because that means there's so much that goes into it. People who experience depression experience this all the time, and this is an example I give really frequently, is getting up and taking a shower or exercising. Well, I'll use exercise instead of using the shower thing, like exercising. You don't just start exercising. There's a whole process that leads up to it. There's a whole ritual to it. So I have to first change clothes. If that feels daunting, then what I have to do is I have to remove the clothing that is on right now, and maybe I have to go one at a time. Then I have to go open a drawer that has my workout clothes in it. Then I have to put my workout clothing on. Then I have to put something in my bag. Then I have to walk to the gym, or I have to ride to the gym, or I have to do whatever. Like, there's all these series of micro decisions that lead up to a person being at the gym and exercising, that when they're seen as manageable and smaller, it's less anxiety inducing, because you look at it and go, well, I can open a drawer. I can do that. Or if you got to work on a paper, I can open my laptop. That's a totally doable behavior. And then people go, well, God, but then I have to write my thesis, or I have to write this huge paper. It's like, well, no. The first thing you have to do is write the first word. You have to write the first sentence. That the whole paper doesn't get written until you have the first sentence, until you have the first paragraph, until you have the first page. So seeing those small manageable goals means you also can see your accomplishments when you successfully meet those small manageable goals. And then before you know it, the entire thing is done. So to belabor that a little bit, that's why it's so important. And again, most of us don't think about it that way. When you do, it really makes a big difference.